All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Met. And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Here we go. 8, read.
Let him know. Wide, get wide. Check 3.
Leo.
Check.
61, matchbox lights.
Hey, alert 3.
Ready.
On first down, Buchanan, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Mike 58, right there.
Hey, Sam off.
Let's get into penetration.
5.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 12.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Here I come.
Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
58 is the mic. 458 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our
Look at me. Door. Door.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Well, he's going to go for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Tighten up, tighten up.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Rush in. Rush in. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, check, check. Motion out the back.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
from the 50. Open man is Michael Thomas. Give 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Saints.
Let's go one more. Kill. 49, check 49.
Mariota now. That's complete to John Ross. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mariota on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with the first. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now following. Sack. Looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And to give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Saints on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Got one. Check.
One.
Check safety.
3.
Under 10.
One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're fused.
And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Jim. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
Hard. Shoot.
On 2nd down now, it's Buchanan. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Dang, baby.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Check 50. You go tight. You got tight. You got
Look. Squeeze.
Out. SOS. 50's the mic.
Now.
They'll go with the keeper, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They come out here in the eye. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
You don't want it. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
They'll go with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mariota to throw it this time. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Mariota to throw it. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Mariota gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Mariota again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rock it.
Check it backer.
Fight.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third.
Go.
552.
Leo.
Tight dog.
Gone.
Watch out. Watch it.
Go out.
Check 52. Watch twist.
Fan. Hey, Haywood.
Operating from the gun. Welch caught by Jones. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
58 to Mike. Watch QB drop.
Mariota. That'll be complete to Breida. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. First down, Mariota. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, Mariota again. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
You got nothing.
Any weapon. Clear. Get it.
To throw on second down. Welsh. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On third down, Buchanan. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Rosas' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Matt Breida with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hit it.
58, 58, Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Cut.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
X3. 218, chop it.
Check, nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, exit. Hey, Sam off. Go.
On first down, Welch. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Breida. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
One.
Give me some.
Three.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check. Hey, switch gears.
Where are they, team? One.
Check 31.
One up.
Charlie.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. This is complete to Michael Thomas. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 on the play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Door.
They'll run on first down. It's Buchanan, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they try to sweep to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Switch. General West. Hey, Delta. Fire.
From the gun, Welsh looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Echo.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So you've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
Third and short yardage, Mariota. And an alley to run. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Breida, and an alley to run. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 42. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He gets it to Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. You got 3. 3 down. A little flare. Hatchet. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They run with Breida. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Welch. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
At the 15-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.